I hear it, but where is it? Where? Nice. How you doing, Jersey? Welcome to Ledger Live. Let me start by being perfectly honest. My plans for today's webcast, complete, utter disaster. But I'm also having a great morning, both for the same reason, because it is wet, nasty, windy, and miserable out here on Sandy Hook. But you know what? This is the best time to come out here, because for the past half an hour, I haven't seen a person. I've heard nothing but the sound of birds. There's no hikers, there's no bikers, there's no nude people over there on the nude beach. Nothing but total solitude, hard to find in New Jersey. Unfortunately, there's also no bird watchers, who I came out here to talk to, because this is the bird show. If you have even a passing interest in birding in New Jersey, you've got to watch all of today's show, starting with this video about the red knot migration and the horseshoe crab egg-laying frenzy that goes on every year way south on the other end of the state in Delaware Bay. Check it out.
Delaware Bay. This is the time of year when thousands of red knots make a critical stopover before completing their journey to breeding grounds in the Arctic. What makes this location so unique is its concentration of horseshoe crabs and their eggs, a vital source of food for the declining populations of birds.
The main body of red knots in the Western Hemisphere winter in Tierra del Fuego, all the way at the southern end of Chile. So they're making about a 10,000 mile one-way trip. So they're banking on this bonanza of food being here.
Today, zoologists from the Endangered and Non-Game Species Program, along with dozens of volunteers from around the world, are setting up a cannon net to capture and tag red knots.
We've worked out the best place for laying the net just above where they feed, but firing over the area where they feed. Then when we've got the number we want, which is about 100 to 150 today, in front of the net, safe, then we can fire the net from here. The net will come out over the top of the birds.
3, 2, 1, fire! Looks to go out very well. I think we've got the block.
The team races to the net to cover and collect the birds as quickly as possible to minimize injury and stress.
This is a good catch. No birds are in danger. We had, as far as I know, no injuries, and we've caught over 100 knots. Okay, 10 birds to a box.
The birds are placed into temporary pens until they can be banded, measured, and weighed. Blood and feather samples are taken from some birds for additional analysis. The data collected helps zoologists to understand the health of the migrant and determine whether they will breed successfully in the Arctic. But the concern in this red knot horseshoe crab relationship is the overharvesting of this prehistoric arthropod. Zoologists believe that the reduction of crab eggs has the red knots in decline.
When the commercial conch fishery came and crabs were being taken by the millions, that was the problem. If the local fishermen were allowed to take their share of crabs and they limited the commercial harvest, I think we would have a system that supported both baymen and shorebirds.
New Jersey mandated a moratorium on crab harvest last year. However, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia continue to take more than 500,000 breeding-aged Delaware Bay crabs annually.
For the sake of economic gain, why should some folks get to make the choice about what species live and what species don't? I think everybody has the right to see these animals in 100 years. They have the right to be here. I think we just need to do a little bit to help it along.
All over Sandy Hook, there are these nesting platforms like the one you see behind me for osprey. Now, osprey were almost wiped out years ago due to pesticide use in New Jersey. Made a huge comeback, as has the bald eagle. Check out this video.
The bald eagle is making a comeback in New Jersey.
The eagle population in New Jersey is amazing. It is growing at a rapid pace. When we look at the figures over the last 15 years or so, the population is doubling every 5 years.
Biologists from the Division of Fish and Wildlife, along with volunteers, locate and monitor nests and territories to determine eagle health and population. Today they're on a private farm site in Cumberland County. The first step, getting to the nest.
We use spikes the first time we climb a nest because it's really the only way to do it, and after that we'll leave a rope. So in future visits we just have to attach to the rope, pull it up over a branch, and then go up the rope.
This nest, which is about 75 feet off the ground, contains 2 6-week-old eaglets, and they're seeing a human being for the first time.
I love it. This is my favorite time of year. We band and I get to, see the eagle-eyes view from the nest. It's probably one of the most peaceful places you can find.
The nesting parents will circle around, waiting for the temporary intruders to leave. Meanwhile, the eaglet is hooded to help keep the bird calm and then lowered to the ground in a canvas bag. Zoologists then begin the process of collecting data.
The first thing we do is weigh it while it's still in the bag, take a blood sample. Then we take various measurements, a wing measurement for age, and then measurements of the bill and the legs for sex determination. Then we put 2 leg bands on, so federal band and the state band.
The Endangered and Non-Game Species Program is funded by donations from the sales of conserved wildlife license plates, grants, and the state income tax checkoff.
This bird was on the verge of extinction. It's come back now. It's made a great recovery, and due to a lot of the volunteers in the state, a lot of hours spent with the volunteers, and it's nice to see that your work is producing some results.
It's a really, really satisfying, gratifying thing to see when you can see eagles reoccupying areas that they were last in, maybe 50 or 100 years ago.
Wow, great stuff there. It's actually starting to get pretty nice out here. The clouds are lifting. I'm starting to be able to see the New York City skyline emerge from the fog. The forecast is looking good. It might not be a great beach weekend, but definitely an excellent weekend for birding. So get out there and let your inner bird geek come out. Take it easy, Jersey. Let me see, what was that thing? Mourning warbler, McGillivray's warbler. Common yellowthroat, there it is. Yeah! We are racking up warblers, baby!